So apparently, it seems that you can get fired from working for the British government for not being a reality denier. But this is where we are now. Stating basic facts gets you fired now. This is the story of how saying there are only two genders got a man fired. Man fired by UK government body for saying there are only two genders. Single complaint about Facebook post led to immediate termination. Wow, just let that sink in for a minute. One single person complained about what he said on Facebook, and that was enough to get him fired. That's downright scary, especially to anyone else who works for the same government body that he did. 20-year-old Adam Crawford contacted Infowars to say he had lost his job after a single person complained about his comments. Yes, I know it's Infowars, but this story isn't from Infowars itself. It's from their sister site Prison Planet, whom I consider to be a lot more reliable. LGBT. What about LGBTQIAAPXYZ? Crawford sardonically asked in his opening post before following it up with only two genders, snowflakes. Which he's right about. There are indeed only two genders in humans, just as there are in every single other mammal on the planet. It's called sexual dimorphism. Another individual named Paul Livingstone took offense at Crawford's remarks. Why? He was stating a basic fact. Taking offense at someone saying that there are only two genders is like taking offense at someone saying that the sky is blue. Livingstone took offense at Crawford's remarks and asked, "Is that the official view of the DWP while you are sitting behind your desk? Let me ask you something. What's 2 times 3? I know, that seems like a non sequitur, but bear with me. 2 times 3. Okay, I'm assuming you said 6, because that's what most people would say, so now my follow-up question has to be, is that the official view of your family or is it just your own personal opinion? Do you see what I did there? I pulled the same trick as this Livingstone guy of trying to pass off what is actually an established fact as though it were an opinion. This is something that SJWs do all the time. They dismiss any facts that they don't like as just the personal opinions of the person presenting those facts, whilst also presenting their own opinions as though they were actually established facts. The DWP is the Department for Work and Pensions, the largest government department in the United Kingdom. Crawford denied his comments represented the official view of the DWP. They're not a view at all. The number of genders is a matter of fact, not opinion. Crawford denied his comments represented the official view of the DWP, before Livingstone replied, "But you are on the clock right now." So what? So he was on the clock at the time. That doesn't mean that any opinions he does happen to express are necessarily those of the DWP as a whole. That should go without saying. Within 24 hours, Crawford received a call from his employer informing him that he had been fired with immediate effect because of a single complaint about his Facebook posts. Why? Surely any complaints about his Facebook posts are a matter for Facebook and nobody else. It's not like he was using it to issue threats of violence or to defame anyone or anything like that. This sets a very dangerous precedent. Everyone else in not just the DWP, but in all the UK's government departments will now have to be walking on eggshells for the rest of their time working there, because they now know that if they make just one social media post of wrongthink, and just one person sees it, that's it, they're out of a job. Of course, this also means that Crawford was fired for simply stating a fact. This didn't make any sense to me until I remembered that to SJWs, certain facts are offensive. It is not clear whether the complaint was made by Livingstone or someone else who saw the comments. Okay, fair enough. The story once again illustrates how militant leftists will not hesitate to interfere in people's private lives in order to punish thought criminals who refuse to bow to politically correct dogma and speech codes. Yes, we've seen it time and time again, but the DWP shouldn't be going along with it. That's the issue here. The DWP are a government department, and as such, their behavior should reflect the policies and attitudes of the party that's in power at the time, and right now, that's the Conservative Party, who, as their name suggests, are a centre-right party, supposedly. So why, when a center-right government is in power, is a major government department going along with the wishes of some loony leftist? Instead of engaging in forthright debate, they immediately resort to the most underhanded and nasty tactics possible to sabotage others while claiming the moral high ground. Yes, well, they can claim the moral high ground all they want. They can claim it until they're blue in the face, but they won't get it. You don't get the moral high ground simply by saying that you have it. If anyone has the moral high ground here, it's Crawford.